But life is a dice game, and they dare you to blow it. You might get a strike, man, but that ain't gonna pay for the strokers. It's never enough to console them. Telling your daddy a soldier. She need you right now. All right. Now check it out, man. Hold on 1 second. This shit's ridiculous. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So anyways, we're going to get into this now. We're going to get into where we left off here this morning. What did you think? Like this was going to stop or something? Did you think like I was going to let up on the necks of people, man? Nah, man. It's all for your soul, man. It's all for the greater part of your soul, man. And to win a soul over to Christ, man. Even if one would be, I would just be, really make me happy, man. It really would make me happy that the Most High relays my message, somehow conveys it and or sends it to somebody that may need it, man. And somebody that may need it may be searching for it. And just the very words that I say, and my interpretation, because everybody interprets things differently, based upon our life experiences and things like that, man. It's just how it is, man. And so we're going to get into Jacob, chapter 2 here in the Book of Mormon. Yes, the Book of Mormon. I was just as surprised as you were, or you will be, but just know I'm not just spilling out, random, chapters off some random book, No, there's a reason, for what I'm doing here. And it's all kind of prophetic in a way, to where, I haven't really, I listened to a guy named Dan Vogel who does really amazing, extensive research on Mormonism. And that's kind of where, like, I base my answers from. And, my own experience with the Mormon church, which I must repeat to people. I am not a Mormon. I am not condoning Mormonism completely. I'm just not. Too many questions, a lot of questions, man. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, because, the relationship that me and Joseph Smith has is really, really odd and very similar. And, yeah, it's just what I'm telling you, man. It's just my truth. It's nobody else's. So anyways, we're going to get into Jacob 2. Remember who Jacob was. He was the brother of Nephi. Who were the Nephites? Okay. They were kind of like Jews, but, they end up, kind of like making Nephi their king. And Nephi was a good king, man. He's a good leader. You know what I mean? He did a lot of things, man. And he didn't even want to be king, like I said. So we're going to continue on here. What Jacob says here. And Jacob says, according to responsibility which I am under to God. Oh, really? See, it's when you're under a responsibility to the Most High, you kind of, like I said, like I told you, I ran from God before. I rejected God. I tried to ignore signs that kind of would be undeniable to any other person, man, any normal Joe, so to speak. I think of Blade Runner where she says, "You look like a good Joe." Nah, man, just the pit of my stomach would drop out, man, seeing that. And it's funny that movie Blade Runner. Just to talk about it real quick, because I have a deep fascination with Rachel. Number one, okay. When I looked at that woman for the first time, I laid eyes upon her. I literally fell in love with her. The girl who plays Rachel in Blade Runner, I don't know the original one. There was a fake cloned Rachel, that had not the same eyes as the normal Rachel, which only somebody that loves somebody could understand and figure out. And something was off, and he knew it. And yeah, it's just Joe. In the beginning of that movie as well, you see that everything has died. Okay, and Ryan Gosling being the Blade Runner, Enki, who is the Blade Runner in real life, and you could take that as you may. If you want to even take it, you can, and because it's truth, and you're listening to the truth, because I am the truth. You understand? You see, it's real simple once you wake up, and you wake up these cells inside your body and the DNA of your ancestors, man, that comes alive, and you realize that, man, I don't need no teacher. I don't need anybody to tell me anything. I don't need it, man. Don't want it either. All it does is confuse you and convolute the real truth, which I strive to be about, man. And I don't know all the answers. I don't have all the answers. Don't look to me for all the answers. I'm not going to tell you them because I don't know them. I'm going to tell you only the things I know that are profitable, that are wise, and that are beneficial for your soul, right? Not to get any money from you or anything like that. I don't even think I make money. I don't even have a monetized channel. I don't have any kind of fan base either. Nobody. I told you, I'm living on a hope and a prayer, man, that this reaches somebody, anybody, and it affects them in a good way. Kind of makes them see themselves in maybe it's something I say or do, or just something I might be talking about that just kind of you might find relatable and interesting, and you don't have to praise me, give me any glory. I do this for the glory of the Most High. I knew L-E-N-L, okay? And I'm not just talking. I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you. I'm not asking you to ask me any questions or question me about any of it. I'm here to just tell you it, okay? Understand, that's what a messenger does. Delivers a message. Not a question, a message. There's a big difference. Understand it. Your pastor, you could ask questions if you want a Christian answer or whatever. But understand something here. You're going to hear all three major patriarchal religions and beliefs, and as well as Kemetic and Egyptian African teachings, man, and spirituality, man, which I tend to lean towards. And it's more, the phonetic stuff is more on point with me. And hermetic stuff is what I'm about. Which I am Thoth. I am the messenger. I am the Bennu bird, okay? I'm the one who delivers it. I'm the ibis. And of course, you are part of the ibis as well. You're part of all thought or thoth, whatever you want to say. Which is now becoming the internet, slowly and definitely, 100% guaranteed. This is where they have illegally, ascertained, data from each and every individual on this planet, okay? illegally, and against your will, probably, um, and hooked you into a computer system as a node, okay? As a node. If you know anything about computers, or binary code, or just how quantum computers work and things like that, you would understand that all humanity is linked in this big quantum computer and supercomputer that Westworld named Rehoboam, for whatever reason. Why, I don't know. It really didn't make sense why Rehoboam was named that, but I do remember that the original CERN device in Westworld was Solomon, and Solomon kind of self-destructed and I guess committed suicide in a sense, and because like the algorithm, something happened with the algorithm, and it couldn't handle it, just couldn't handle it, like on a sentient level as well, just how AI is today. What they're gonna hide from you is in the upcoming days, I would say, or months, whatever. I don't know what the timeline is. I see it now taking off is AGI, and which is general intelligence. Just it's really depressing to look at the state of the world, and where we're headed, and whether it be dystopian or utopian. I mean, it's going to be more along the lines of dystopian, just to be quite honest with you. Who knows? Maybe we might, go up, somewhere different, like different planet, and let these evil men be stuck here, I don't know, because the last time was the Exodus was when the last bullshit was. I mean, and who has the exact date on that, or thinks they do. I mean, I'd be more than willing to hear you out, but that was the last time Planet X came around. Like I told you, which was, it comes around 36, 3.65, 3.65 is what? It's like almost 73. So 7.3 or 7,000 years. A day being 1,000 years, a week being 7 days, and half of a week being 3.65, and a full week being 7.3 or 7.3 or 7.2, something, I don't know, but which correlates with the Revelation 12 sign. September 23rd, 2017 was a once in every 7,200 year astronomical sign, with the woman with the moon at her feet, clothed, about to give birth to the man child. Boom, everybody said, oh, it's the Antichrist. Meanwhile, your thoughts are not God's thoughts, and for us to actually claim that they are is actually really blasphemous, if you ask me. It's kind of like putting the U.S. Constitution in a Bible and selling it and claiming it to be the Word of God. No, you already poisoned it. You see, you already poisoned it. But that's what happens when you put your faith in man. If people only knew, what I represent, and I told you I'm Native American, okay? We know where the Constitution came from. Before 1776 and the New World Order, our supposedly founding fathers, a bunch of Satanists that cut the words of Christ out of the Bible, that meet and act as devils and think like devils and act like devils and build up secret combinations and devilish combinations, ancient combinations of the earth to try to thwart the plans of God, which they will not do. Do you understand me? When I sit down and I take my seat and the Ancient of Days sits, that means you sit as well. But you guys know things. You guys know everything. Until that day comes and sneaks up on you, man. They say the day of the Lord is dark. It's a dark day. It's dark. It's like when you look and you turn and a snake is about to bite you, then you turn and a bear is about to bite you. That's the day you want. That's what you're hoping for. You'll get it. You'll get it. Trust me. You'll get it. And to those that actually care about their souls, man, and staying alive, man, it's you'll get it too if you make the right choice. And that day's coming. It's definitely coming. And it's gonna burn up all the wicked. Trust me. It's gonna burn them up. So once again, here we go. Back to Jacob 2. Back to Jacob 2. I'm telling you, I could just talk for hours in circles. It's kind of how the brain works, man. Like I told you, it's that movie with John Travolta, and he kind of dies, but he leaves all a trail. He just becomes like a genius all of a sudden. It's like The Phenomenon is what it's called. Great movie, and it's kind of like what it's like for me when I get heated and fired up. Because I illuminate myself, unfortunately. And trust me, it's not by choice. It's not to gain your favor. It's just kind of how my brain just unloads, man, and drops the loads off, man. Because most people I could tell they're very, 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 very dumbed down, man, and have little attention span. So me talking and just going on and on these videos, I got to remember to preserve myself. And the material that I have and what I offer, I just got to learn how to just let it go, man. Let it go, and not so much concern myself with it, man, because I'm offering up too valuable information, which is my mind, okay, which is my thoughts, and I haven't even gained a penny for them, okay. So that should tell you what is true and what isn't, who tells you truth and who doesn't, because most people do things for money, possessions, material things, materialistic things. They try to live materialistic. Like I told you, I was one of those people too, man, when I was young and stupid and ignorant. I thought I knew everything and never picked up a Bible. I never knew anything about it. I wasn't raised in a church, man, like some people. I would have loved to have been. I would have loved to have been, man, but I just wasn't, man. Man, I could tell, man. It's funny. Whenever you hear cars go by and you hear like those real loud cars, that's not a mistake. You understand that, right? You understand the universe doesn't send you something like that by mistake. It kind of tells you what the frequency is around you, and around me when I'm talking. So when I hear those loud cars that you just want to kill the person, it's kind of like the frequency picking up. It's just little signs, man. It's kind of like how you sneeze. People, they think they just innocently sneeze. I tell people this all the time. Do they not know that Elijah raised a boy from the dead who sneezed, okay, a bunch of times? And that was the sign that he had breath back in him. God gave him breath. I had a sneeze just a couple hours ago. You better believe I was talking about God right before it. Giving God some kind of glory, mentioning his name, his word. I forget what I was saying to my mother, and somebody will sneeze around you, or you'll sneeze, or trust me, there's something holy and very special about that. I mean, I'm just telling you, just filling you in on something that you might not have known, or you might have known, you might have, just sneezed now. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, sorry for going on and on about nonsense. We're in here in Jacob 2:5, okay? Behold, hearken unto me, and ye know that by the help of the all-powerful creator of heaven, I can tell you concerning your thoughts, how that ye are beginning to labor in sin. See that? Which sin appeareth very abominable unto me, yes, and definitely abominable unto God. That's called knowing the secret thoughts of man. I already talked about this. When I look in somebody's eyes, I can read their secret thoughts now. All of a sudden, this is a kind of a gift that I really would prefer not having, man, because it's very, very disturbing, man. how men think, and once you see it for what it is, and the vanity aspect of it, and the just fake, disingenuous, just arrogancy, just everything, condescendingness. It's just all abominable unto God. Once again, of the nature of Leviathan. Are you of the Leviathan spirit? I mean, that's who we're talking about here. That's that ancient sea serpent, that fleeing serpent, that serpent in Isaiah 27 who gets dragged across the mountains of Jerusalem and fed to the people in the wilderness and creatures in the wilderness. That's a big fish. Anyways, I always like saying that to people. They don't get it. They just don't get it. How you think Jesus fed, those people with 2 loaves of bread and whatever, loaves of bread and 2 fish? Was one of them was a big fish. That's why. From fishing earlier. Caught me a big one, a Leviathan. Dragged him right across the mountains of Jerusalem, man. Punishment, dude. That's it. It's called punishment. That's coming. Trust me. That's coming. Trust me. That punishment, man. And where's it coming from? It's coming from on high, dog. I'm gonna come, and if you're doing wicked, man, it's not even my job, man. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you please on doing. Do whatever thou will, right? Go ahead and try that one. And let me know how it works for you, man. I hope it works out. Chill. Marvin, you got to chill out. Okay, look, here we go. So he's saying here, they're laboring in sin, and which sin appeared very, very abominable unto him. And he could see it. It's kind of like something you could see on somebody. It's like somebody's wearing a suit or a mask, which there's a lot of people out here wearing suits and masks. Trust me. Some of your, people you think are your leaders and things like that, they're all wearing masks. They're all wearing masks. Because we are up against a machine that moves through time and space. Secret space program, right? Secret space program. Anyways, I'll stop talking because I'd say too much anyways. So it grieveth my soul and causeth me to shrink with the shame because of the presence of my Maker, that I must testify unto you concerning the wickedness of your hearts. See, Jacob knew, he's before God, and all that he does, that God is before him and probably behind him, and things like that. And he's compelled to testify, and not, like telling on, them to God. No, he's telling on them about them, and kind of like what they're acting like, and he's not really asking too many questions. He's just saying, hey, you got to nip this in the butt, This really hurts me, and also it grieveth me that I must use so much boldness a speech concerning you, meaning I gotta yell at you guys like before your wives and your children, and many of whose feelings are exceedingly render and chaste and delicate before God, because God cares about women and children. What are you talking about? Like, that's probably another reason why the days were cut short. If not, no flesh would be saved, man, because it's probably to prolong the seed of mankind more and more, if that makes any sense to somebody. But yeah, God considers women and children, delicate, man. They're kind of precious before his eyes. They're soft, they're gentle. They are what makes up, the innocence and a mother's love, man, and a mother's, nature, just everything, man. It's just, it's needed to balance out the entire universe. Let's just say that. And, which thing is pleasing unto God, he says. And it supposeth me that they have come up hither to hear the pleasing word of God. Yes, the word of which healeth the wounded soul. Wow, beautiful. Because that is something that the word does do. It cuts everything, cuts asunder everything, man. It kind of like gets to the bone, so to speak, man. And, right through the flesh, man. Right through the flesh, man. Into the soul, man. And those things kind of hurt, man. The things of God, man, they hurt the soul in a good way, and they heal with it. It becomes healing after it's first hurt. And that's a chastening from God. That's just how God chastens you. And he chastens everybody he loves. So you're looking at somebody that's been chastened pretty hard, man. But I count it all worthy, man. Count it all worthy, man, and glory, man, to the kingdom, man, and for the believers, man, that may not believe or may have a trouble believing. Trust and believe. Listen to somebody who's talked and saw God face to face. It's very, very important that you understand what I'm telling you, is that God is very real, and maybe you just haven't seen signs yet. But listen, watch, observe, and listen to the words of somebody that's been through this process before, and has struggled on all different levels, man, just like everybody does, as whatever believing. I'm not going to say a Christian, because I'm not just a Christian. I'm kind of like blank, just blank. But I will always give you a testimony of why I know God is real and undeniable and 100% true. And if you want to believe me or not, man, you can. I've really left a trail here since I came on here, just to make sure I leave for those who kind of keep the books and the records, man. Let's just say that. And that is one thing. Another thing the Mormons are very good at. They're good at keeping records in genealogies and things like that. And they did this because they were here, man, but very short time before. And yeah, just trust me when I tell you. I really just like kind of getting caught up in my words, because I really don't want to have to explain things and tell you secret things and precious things, man, that could be for a latter time. If, we ever talk or build a relationship, if you are ever out there, whoever you are, I don't know. But I promise you, man, with me, you always get the genuine truth, man, and it probably will surprise you, man, because not many people have the truth in this world. I mean, seriously, like 95% of people don't have the truth. They don't want the truth. That's why they want their ears tickled. They want their ears tickled. I always told my friend, you want your ears tickled, you want to hear pleasant things, nice things. I'm going to preach onto you, man, the real truth, man, whatever it is, man. And whatever God tells me, shows me, whatever, I'm going to show you and tell you. For, no charge, dude, no charge. Kenneth Copeland, he might need a jet from you, or that guy from South Africa, he didn't bring a jet to give to Trump. So that's the world we're in, man. It's a funny world. A funny world, man, and not my world. I don't know whose world it is, man. I don't know what world you're from. I don't want to know. You're not from my world, I know that. We don't share the same world. And by world, I mean words. Words are worlds. It's just like what I try to speak now is fluent, innocent, and I really trust and believe, like, I have been pretty much a raw, just tough, ignorant talker my whole life. It's just like a Pittsburgh thing. Like if you know people from Pittsburgh, or you grew up in Pittsburgh, then you know who I am. Okay, you know how I am. You know how Pittsburgh people are. That's all I could speak on, man. I don't know anybody else. I don't know how, but I've came a long way, man, with speaking. You know, when I was a child, I had a speech problem, and when I became older, I had a dirty problem, dirty talking problem. You know, like a filthy mouth, man. That, you know, you know, cuz, like it's just a Pittsburgh thing. That's all I can say, man. So please don't think that, you know, when I talk the way I talk, because I kind of talk raw and, how do you want to say it, plainly? But I try to speak, man, authentic, man. Just try to be authentic in everything that I do, man. So anyways, not to digress, I'm very sorry. Where are we here? Okay. So yeah, here we are. Yes, the word healeth all wounds. And it hurts my soul, it burdeneth my soul, that I shall be constrained because of the strict commandments which I have received from God to admonish you according to your crimes. So Jacob, you know, is clearly in a, you know, kind of like a similar relationship I told you that me and God have, where, you know, God is actually telling him to admonish your people, man. You know, like try to like correct your people. Get them in line, so to speak. Line them up. So, according to your crimes, he says, wow, to enlarge the wounds of those who who already are wounded, instead of consoling and healing their wounds, and those who have not been wounded, instead of healing upon the pleasing word of God, have daggers placed to pierce their souls and wound their delicate minds. I promise you, you ain't gonna do that with me. You aren't gonna do that with me, I promise you. You kind of, you'll wonder. But anyways, here, he's saying, you know, this is this is what you've done to your people. You've wounded them. You pierced their souls, man, with daggers. And you haven't done any kind of healing to them. So let me just say this, mentioning what I just mentioned. You know, I pray for anybody that needs healing, prayer, anything. Please feel free to ask me to pray for you. I would love to pray for you. I don't need to, but recognize and understand that I always do pray for every soul out here, you know, every day in some way, whatever they need, you know, the lost, the persecuted, the dead, the sick, the suffering, lost and hopeless, whatever it may be. I look at you how God looks at you as a child of his, you know, as a, you know, one of his, you know what I mean? One of the family members, I guess you want to say. But you got to act like family. You got to actually reciprocate the love, man. Like I was saying last night, the love has to be reciprocal. If it's not, man, I don't want it. And please go somewhere where you think that you could find that at. You ain't gonna find it here, man, because if you're not giving the love back, and I'm the only one that's giving the love, man, it's kind of like a give and take kind of thing. Like your gift to God is God's gift back to you, that kind of thing. And I don't know why, man. Just people think that they could just shit on people and walk away and act like things are all good, man. It's not necessarily like that with me, man. You know, I might let up on you one day, you know, be cool with you, you know, but trust and believe, man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, man. I'm not one to even play. I don't play. And maybe that might be a problem of mine, so forgive me for that. That's how I was raised. Yeah, but he's saying here, man, you want to enlarge the wounds of those who were already wounded? God does the exact opposite. And it's about stitching up the wounds. It's about healing. It's a process of healing that we're all part of when we start taking this journey. But people want to act like they're not responsible, like in this journey. No, you're responsible for everything you do. Trust and believe. And you'll be held accountable on the last day, man, I'm telling you. Because, like I told you, they have everybody's, ID. Now the digital ID came out. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm talking about your carbon footprint, like your digital footprint, NID. People think because they don't have their ID on their computer or something, like they can't just steal your ID and see pictures of your ID. They have every code, every binary translation, every possible code you could put in. And on a keyboard, like a motherboard, I would say, a key activator. And I don't know, man. Figure it out on your own, man. I'm just giving you the dots to connect, to start connecting, because it's not my job to give it. And people want every answer. I can give a lot of answers too. It's not my job, man. So you can go to your pastor or something with that, man. And yeah, man, it's a shame. I sat and went to this Orthodox church, man, with like 9 people of the congregation, the whole congregation. And I went in there, man, and the pastor, man, I don't know if he thought that I was like trying to get with his daughter when I really didn't even care like about her. Like, honestly, I didn't even know her. And the guy like wouldn't give me communion because I wasn't Orthodox. So I thought that was funny. But meanwhile, the whole entire 6 weeks I went there every single Sunday, I asked this guy, his name was Thomas, and I said, hey, Thomas, Pastor Thomas, I said, can we talk for like a couple minutes, man, after service today, because I wanted to tell him something very important and godly, and something that had happened to me, and I had questions, because like I said, I didn't come to this realization and actual self-actualization like by doing nothing, dude. I put in work. I've asked so many questions. I've sought so many answers, man. And I'm still hunting and searching for answers. So if you think that the truth is elusive, you have no idea. The truth is the most elusive thing there is, because reality is ever changing. Variables often change, man, and based upon people's input, that the computer recognizes. So believe me or don't believe me, man. Yeah, you live inside a quantum computer that is your mind. Yeah. He said here, Jacob, get about into the temple in the morrow and declare the word which I shall give unto this people. See, so Jacob is talking to God, face to face, it seems like. And now behold, my brethren, this is the word which I declare unto you, that many of you have begun to search for gold, silver, and all manner of precious ores, in which this land, which is a land of promise unto you, and to your seed doeth abound plentifully. Okay, here, whoa. So they're searching for gold? Like the Anunnaki story, they're searching for gold, to mine gold, whatever, look for gold. And they say that a lot of gold is found in Hawaii and, the ocean there. And, I found that funny. And it's funny this is saying gold because it's talking about Trump's Golden Dome. I already see what kind of, situations going on here with this Golden Dome. First off, this is entirely way too much money, okay, to waste on something that is necessary? Really? We need a golden dome across this whole country in 2 layers, 2 rainbows, whatever you want to say? Because that's what it is. It's 2 rainbows. And it's funny, man. They talk about that volcano, the super volcano on the west coast of California. Kind of right where the one golden rainbow or the golden road that Trump has starts. And I thought that was funny, where the arc actually begins. So I see what they're trying to do, like a double rainbow that's actually like a safeguard of some sorts. I'm sure, I don't know, probably has nano gold in it, nano particles of gold in it. And that is what shields it. I don't necessarily know, what they're worried about. If they're worried about something coming, because it seems like I think the whole world is being fed a lie. This is what I think. I think they know when that something is coming, whatever it may be. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's coming. I know that there is a possibility of the supervolcano erupting. That's what people are talking about, or a tsunami. I don't know. You'd have to look back in history to probably find the answer, and I'm not doing that right now, but that's kind of where you would find answers. Or in a name. Break down the etymology, root word of a name, where it comes from, what it means, the syllables, and things like that, and what's its derivative, and, whatever it may be, man. That's how you find the answers. And that's at least how I'm using a lexicon, too, as well. But, man, I lost all my good books, all my good artwork, and, man, I had beautiful palm trees, and I had a lion, man, that was painted by an artist in Africa. And it was just a really cool lion, man. It was like just a male, big, mane lion. And it just reminded me of Africa, man. So it was beautiful, man. And it looked authentic, man. It was something you never saw anywhere else. I never saw it anywhere else. But I had these paintings of palm trees, man, and I was like, I didn't connect it, man, like at the time, that all this stuff was from Africa. It says Africa right on it. And I never connected the dots until now, man, and my close relationship with Egypt and Kemet, man, and the Black Land, man, and Ethiopia and things like that, man. That's me, man. That's me. But people have this idea as Christians that Egypt was bad. I mean, it's more so about what Egypt represented at that period of time, which was for Pharaoh, meaning like a boss, or a corporation, a government, whatever you want to say, over you, that kind of instills and enslaves the people, man. Like through hard work or working debt slaves, different ways, man, different forms of slavery. But that is what, like, I think, like, Christians mean when they hear Egypt, because they only have a very, very minuscule idea of what Egypt is, and it's not even the right information. It's like Roman, Greco, Greece, and it's bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. It's all about the spell, man. It's all about trying to confuse you and cause you to err in who you are and where you came from and what New Nubians teach, which is sound right knowledge, man. Sound right knowledge, man, and the nature of the Most High, man, and light and Mother Nature, man. It's just we're part of all this, man. We're part of this whole scheme going on here. I don't know if you know that you're bound and connected to your mother, the earth, the soil, the dirt, the clay. Okay, you were formed. But like I told you, you're in an experiment, okay? America is a thought experiment. And mostly just turn everything around, kind of like how Hollywood and the Jews in Hollywood do. And just twist everything upside down, flip it around, just to cause confusion and to cause people to err and to hide the real secret knowledge, the truth, from those who do wake up, like people like me who you hear talking. And I'm sure people, wonder, well, how's he saying all this stuff? How does he know all this? Dude, let me tell you something. This is inside me, dude, coming out of me, man. This is coming out of my mouthpiece, man. And like I told you, if you want to come against that, man, you'll come against fire, man. You'll be met with a sword. Don't do it. I'm here to build, man. I'm not here to destroy, man. And I don't know if that surprises you or not, man. I really don't care, to be honest with you. That's the one good thing that I've come to realize in life, man. I never cared about what anybody else said. Never. Didn't care about your opinion. That's cool, man. And then when I would listen to wisdom and older people speak, because I hung out with older people when I was young, I always stuck by the older people because they were the ones that were wise, man. And I actually could bear what they were saying and kind of say to myself, man, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. How'd you know that? But I was listening. I was using my ears. Most people don't use their ears. They don't think with their minds, and they don't look with their eyes. And they don't listen with their heart, okay? So you figure that one out. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Here we go. I'm so sorry to anybody that's listening to this. I kind of went off there. So Jacob is, of course, trying to admonish his people as God commanded him to. So let's see here. Oh, and they're searching for gold as well. Okay. After you have obtained a hope in Christ, you shall obtain riches. And after you seek them, you will seek them for the intent to do good, to clothe the naked, to feed the hungry, to liberate the captive. Really, was I not just saying this? Matthew 25:36. And this is when Christ tells you, I never knew you. You weren't there for me. You weren't there for my brother. You weren't there for the neighbor. You didn't care. You think anybody's doing this today? Yeah, there's a lot of people doing it, man. I told you. There's good people everywhere. It's just that the world needs to start recognizing and paying homage to these people and contributing, their time with this, Hey, I volunteer my time, some days, and I don't do it, for anything. There's nothing wrong with doing community service or volunteering, It's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of good people out there, though. A lot of good Catholic people, too. I hate when people talk shit on, Catholic people, because do you really think, God doesn't know, people's hearts and can distinguish the difference between most Catholics don't realize what's going on around them at their church and who they venerate and the whole deal, the whole idea of Catholicism. It's outrageous, man. So, yeah. After you have attained the hope in Christ, ye shall obtain riches. I never obtained riches. Never. So if you seek them, you will seek them for the intent to do good, to clothe the naked, to feed the hungry. Dude, let me tell you something. This is a lie. This is a lie, man, because the Mormons never did anything of such things, man. Never to me. And they were actually the exact opposite. And it's a shame, man. It is a shame, man. Oh, man, it's funny. And now, my brethren, I have spoken unto you concerning pride, one of the true natures of Leviathan and the devil. And those of you which have afflicted your neighbor, wow, the Mormons did that to me too, and persecuted him, because you were proud in your hearts and the things which God had given you, what say ye of it? Do ye not suppose that such things are abominable unto him that exalted all flesh? And the one being is as precious in his sight as the other. Really? What a shame, because certainly is not equal opportunity, equal treatment in this world. By no means. And for whatever reason, it may be race, whatever, religion, whatever, felonies, non-felonies, it's not fair. It's not fair. And we deserve more as a people. And we have to come together and hash things like this out as a people. Robbing the poor like Trump, I see Trump doing. It's really ugly, man. It's not. And I hope, I hope he has good intentions, like in the end, but I don't know if he knows how messed up it is, man. There's some real pain, man, and struggle, man, out here going on. Like, really don't need to even speak on it, man. It's just. So I make an end concerning this pride. And were it not that I must speak unto you concerning a grosser crime? He's laying crimes out. See that? See, everybody should be convicted of crimes. The crimes that they commit. I'd be convicted, of some ugly crimes. Trust me. Ugly crimes. Filthy crimes. Because I was of a filthy mind. Okay? Now I try to take every thought captive inside my mind, because I know how dangerous the mind can be. Your thoughts can race, man. You could get other thoughts are just flying by you at all times. They're not guaranteed to be your own thoughts. That's how the mind works. It lies to you. The brain is very deceptive. And very untrue. If you let it lead you, it's a problem. Trust me. Because your thoughts can mislead you unless you practice proper discernment, and God has blessed you with that. Which is a good gift to have, man, because not many people have that gift. So, this is what it said. Do you not suppose that the things which are abominable unto him who exalted all flesh, created all flesh, the one being, okay, we read that. God sees there's no indifference, okay? There's no differences between each person. I told you, I was born with a little bit of more of, of a essence, a powerful essence than others, but that's me. I'm not you. You gotta understand that. For the most part, the same thing's offered. It's just my essence is a little bit. There's a little bit more there. I have a little bit more perspective than most, but I don't trust and believe. I don't say that to brag, and I don't say that you aren't special, because you are special. You have the power in you. You have the power, man, to reach whatever you want to reach, man. It's possible. If it's been done here before, it can be done again. That's the way that I think, man. If somebody did it, man, trust and believe I could do it too. I don't ever doubt myself like that, or the power of God like that. And so let's wrap this up here, please. Anyways, Jacob is laying crimes against he's laying crimes against his people here, and this people begin to wax in iniquity. They understand not the scriptures, for they seek to excuse themselves in committing whoredoms because of the things which were written concerning David and Solomon, his son. Really, I don't know what they're talking about here, but Solomon, he did practice, like, witchcraft and stuff like that, magic, and tried to, trap, 72 demons and the jinn and things like that. David, I haven't heard this of David yet, but David and Solomon had many, okay, he's talking about polygamy. Many wives and concubines, which thing was abominable before me, saith the Lord. Damn. So, okay, but behold, David and Solomon truly had many wives. Okay. And thus saith the Lord, I've led the people forth out of the land of Jerusalem by the power of my arm, that I may raise up unto me a righteous branch from the fruit of the loins of Joseph. Oh, man, here we go. I really don't want to cry, man, when I think about poor Joseph, man. Oh, man. I, the Lord God, will not suffer that this people shall do like unto them of old. Wherefore, my brethren, hear me, hearken unto the word of the Lord. For there shall not any man be among you, save it be the one wife, and concubines he shall have none. For I, the Lord God, delighteth in the chastity of women. Me too, man. And I wasn't always like that, man. But now it's kind of weird, man. I actually, I don't desire, when I'm not ever feeding my lust or the whispers of a lustful spirit, like Jezebel, things like that. I delight in pure women, like pure as virgins, like a woman that's clean, doesn't mess around, like that's what I'm after for a wife, I've had, sex many times with many women, trust me. It's not doing it for me anymore. I need the intellectual part. I need the intellectual is just as sexy as the sexual to me. And a pure woman, a godly woman is very special to me. And very rare indeed. So the people shall keep my commandments, saith the Lord of hosts. Or cursed be the land for their sakes. Guys, you got to keep this land from being, cursed. That's the thing. So you can't do, we got to change our ways. We all have, work to do, because we do not want this land, being cursed. Sometimes it seems like it is, man, no matter what, but God can change that over a second, a blink of an eye. And I will say it, for if I will, saith the Lord of hosts, rise up, my seed on thee, and I will command thy people. Otherwise, they shall hearken unto these things. I, the Lord, have seen the sorrow. I have heard the mourning of the daughters of my people in the land of Jerusalem and in all the lands of my people because of the wickedness and abominations of their husbands. Seems like the Most High is favoring women more than the men, which I really like seeing and hearing. And I will not suffer, saith the Lord of hosts, that the cries of her fair daughters of this people, which I have led out of the land of Jerusalem, shall come up to me against the men of my people, saith the Lord of hosts. For they shall not lead away the captives, the daughters of my people, because of their tenderness. See that? Save I visit them with a sore curse, even unto destruction. They shall not commit whoredoms like them of old, which saith the Lord of hosts. And now behold, my brother, know thou that the commandments were given unto thy father Lehi, which ye have known them before, and ye have come unto a great condemnation, for ye have done these things which ye ought not to have done. Behold, ye have done greater iniquities than the Lamanites, your brethren. Ye have broken the hearts of your tender wives. What a shame. Lost the confidence of your children. Another shame. Because of your bad examples before them, and the sobbings of their hearts ascend up to God against you. And because of the strictness of the word of God, which cometh down against you, many hearts died, pierced with deep wounds. There you go, guys. All right. I apologize again for going off, way into left field there. But I hope you got something out of this. All right. Take care. Have a good night. Peace out.